What's up, everybody? Here today to make an old fashioned, the most commonly messed up cocktail in like all of history. And there's a lot of reason for that because you go back far enough, people didn't really write stuff down. Just like anything with humans, they go and they just say something, and somebody else goes, "Yeah, that's right," and then they say something and it's different. And there's a bunch of different things that happen in the history of the old fashioned, prohibition being a major one, where people started doing something for a certain reason. For instance, muddling a sugar cube and adding soda water. You're basically making simple syrup on the fly. That's why that came to fruition. But now that we're here in the modern era with fantastic whiskey and fantastic products, and we're moving forward in life, we absolutely should be making the old fashioned the way that I'm about to make it today. And we're going to discuss that, and we're going to do it, and we're going to make it awesome. So first and foremost, we have Knob Creek. We have an allocated product of Knob Creek. They're single barrel cask strength rye, not to be confused with their single barrel that you can do a house pick of. It's 115 proof. This is 119 point, I believe, 6. Yeah, I had it right. Sweet. Warehouse A. Fred, no. Killing the game. All right, so first and foremost, we've got bitters for our old fashioned. We're going to do a good, healthy 1 dash of orange bitters. This is from Fee Brothers. They make great orange bitters. Highly recommend looking at their products. Classic Angostura bitters. You can't have a home bar and not have Angostura bitters. There was a restaurant downtown that I went to borrow bitters from one day, and they only had Angostura orange. They didn't have classic Angostura bitters. And I couldn't wrap my head around the fact why they would even bother having just orange bitters. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. We're going to do 2 good, healthy dashes there of our Angostura bitters. We'll put the cap back on that. Don't get this on your carpet. It will ruin it forever. And we've got some brown sugar simple that I just threw together. And we're going to do just slightly heavier than a 1/4 ounce. Bisky does not make jiggers that have a 1/4 ounce line, but there are these things called pina jiggers that do. I like those. I've gotten Whiskey jiggers for free. So Pina, if you're watching, send us some jiggers. We'll use yours. Whiskey, if you're watching, send us more jiggers. We'll continue using yours. And let's go to 2 ounces of this delicious rye whiskey. I believe this is about 9-year age statement. I love using this for Manhattans, 1-to-1 ratio with Coqui Dopo Teatro. But today we're rocking an old fashioned with our Princess House Martini mixing glass. Hey, Fernet Branca spoon, we're back. All right, and we're just gonna give this a quick, nice little stir. And we're just gonna add in just a little bit of water and just chill down all of our ingredients because they're all room temp. And the brown sugar's simple. Maybe a little warmer than room temp, but that's okay because we're just making a cocktail on a Sunday afternoon. I don't know what day it is that you're watching, but it's Sunday here and we're having a drink. So here we go, couple repetitions, just until that ice starts to sweat. We're gonna move our jigger to the side. Now I took a large rock from our freezer and I put it into a old-fashioned glass, and then I stuck all of it in the freezer for about 10 minutes, just so this will be nice and ice cold. And we're just gonna pour this cocktail right over top of that cube, right nice and simple. Now, you may be thinking, hey, Matt, why did you use brown sugar simple instead of just using regular simple syrup? I've already made simple syrup to make daiquiris or to make whatever you have out there. Well, the answer is simple. One of the most common ingredients or tasting notes that you're going to find in whiskey is going to be brown sugar, especially when you start getting into higher ages. higher-aged ryes especially, you get like those sweeter on the front end of the palate touches. So we're really just trying to bring flavors out that already exist in the whiskey. Same with the bitters, like a little bit of like tertiary citrus and some baking spice from the Angostura bitters, from those classic aromatic bitters. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just cut a nice orange peel. Now, some of you may think, man, what is he doing with this paring knife? I have a vegetable peeler and I feel way more comfortable doing it that way. Please do. I have a weird aversion to vegetable peelers because I've constantly cut my finger or a piece of my finger off on vegetable peelers. So I just kind of feel awkward using them. But get yourself an orange peel any which way. A lot of people say don't cut into the pith because it's going to add a bitterness to the drink. If this has sat long enough in your drink to make it bitter, you're drinking wrong. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take one of these awesome Peter Kern Library, Knoxville, Tennessee matches, and we're gonna strike that right up. We're gonna get a little bit of fire, and we're just gonna kinda work our orange peel right across, and we just wanna heat the orange peel up. We don't wanna stick the orange peel in the fire. It will seize up the oils, and you just kinda wanna squeeze. And as you squeeze, you're releasing oil, and that oil is then charring. And as it chars, it's gonna come to the side of the glass, and as you go to put it in, you wanna put it on the side, and you wanna just give a nice wipe around. Now, if you have Luxardo cherries at your house because you braved the storm and you paid $20 for a jar of them, this is the time to put it in. We don't, because we think they're a little pricey. And we just go with the orange peel because that's the important part of the cocktail. All in all though, this is where we're at, and it's important to char the orange so you get this nice oil on the side of the glass. And every time that you take a sip of this beverage, you're gonna smell that orange, and that's going to affect the taste of the beverage. And yeah, guys, that's how to make like the world's best old fashioned. It should not be made any way other than this unless you're in Wisconsin and you want like a specific Wisconsin old fashioned, which that has to be a nostalgic thing because I don't understand why anybody would ever want that, but some people do. And if you're one of those people, that's okay. We're not judging you here at Water Roots Bartending.
What are other good whiskeys you could also use for?
Right, so if you can't find Knob Creek, this specific allocated product, you can grab Pikesville Rye. That is our videographer and my wife's favorite. A personal favorite of mine is Willett Family Estate 4-Year Rye, which is kind of harder to find too. New Riff, we like the guys at New Riff. You could use their rye. You can use the guys at Wilderness Trail Rye. Or if you're feeling bourbon, just go 100 proof and up. Old Weller Antique, the 107 proof is absolutely fantastic. If you feel like putting full proof in there, do it. Russell's Reserve, Wild Turkey 101. Kentucky Owl Confiscated. I wouldn't necessarily put like one of their bourbon batches in there because they're expensive, but yeah, I mean,
got options.
You got options. The world is yours. Old Forester Rye, 100 proof. Old Forester 100 proof. Just get out there, experiment. You'll find what works for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit us up. You can follow us on Instagram at mleonard31. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the like button. Tell your friends about us. And comment if you can. And cheers.